name is Ethan and I'm a rising sophomore at Los Altos High School. Today I will be talking about my project, the robotic controlled arm, and what I've completed so far as my first milestone. Here's a demonstration of what I've completed. If I turn this first potentiometer, I can control the base of the servo. If I control the second potentiometer, I can change the servo on the robotic arm. If I move the third potentiometer, I can control the claw. And if I move the fourth potentiometer, I control a different servo on the robotic arm. And so a servo is a motor that has an integrated shaft and gear, and it has three separate wires: the signal wire, the power wire, which is the red wire, and the ground wire, which is the brown wire. And so for each servo, I connected the signal wire to a digital pin on the Arduino. I connected the red power wire of each servo to the 5-volt pin on the Arduino, and I connected each ground wire to the ground pin on the Arduino. And I also connected each servo to a different potentiometer, and a potentiometer is a three-pronged voltage divider, which this basically means it's a three-pronged variable resistor. And so I also wrote some basic code for my project. In this code, I basically say that the servo will change depending on the value of the potentiometer. And I was able to create this code because I decided to use a library specifically for controlling the servos on an Arduino. And I used the information from what I gathered there to write this code. And to build this project was fairly easy. I first built the robotic arm, which was pretty simplistic. I worked one at a time doing a servo, attaching it, and then wiring it to the breadboard in Arduino and writing a code specifically for that servo. And then I moved on to the next one, and I did this until all four were working. I only had one main challenge, and that was that the second servo didn't work. When I turned the potentiometer, it didn't budge. And I decided to rewire and recode for this specific servo, but nothing changed. I eventually realized that I had tightened my robotic arm too much, and the problem with this is that it limited free travel and thus required too much force to move, and the servo could not do that. And so I decided to loosen the screws, which fixed the problem and allowed the servo to work. And my goal for the second milestone is to create an app that allows me to remotely control the servos, and also I will have to change the code so that it will work with the app. Thank you for listening.